Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're listening to this. This is the latest episode, I think episode 11 of Sport Talk at Townsend. And I'm joined by George.
Hello.
And I'm joined by Roman.
Hello.
And unfortunately there's no Luke today. I think he must be off sick today.
Yeah,
So
we wish you the best in your recovery, Luke.
yeah, hopefully Luke will be back with us on top form again next week. But yeah, unfortunately he's not very well, so he's not in school today. So we've got lots to get through today, haven't we?
A lot.
And we've also got a special guest coming up in the second half. So that's with Mr. King, who is head of Year 11. He's going to come up and he's going to have a chat with us about all things sport. So I think we've got lots to get through, boys, so we're going to get cracking. So let's start as normal with our Premier League roundup. And once again, a very, very successful weekend for Spurs, as you can tell by the tone of my voice. So we'll start with the results first of all. So on Saturday, it was Brentford beat Burnley 3-1. Man City came out on top on a relatively, we thought it was going to be a relatively simple game, didn't we, with Man City and Leeds? But Leeds pushed them all the way, and it was only a last-minute goal from Phil Foden, I think.
Very well fought from Mr. Morgan and Mr. Armitage's Leeds there.
It was, yeah. Mr. Morgan, Mr. Armitage, they're not going to be very happy with that, are they?
No.
Okay, losing to a last-minute winner at Man City, 3-2. Another cracker up in the North East where Sunderland beat Bournemouth 3-2. Again, I think Sunderland were 2-0 down, weren't they? So once again showing some fantastic resilience and some battling spirit to get back to take the 3 points. In the late kick-off, there was Everton beat Newcastle. No, let me say that again. Newcastle beat Everton 4-1, didn't they?
Newcastle have finally won an away game.
They have. They've finally won an away game. And then there was an even later game, and we'll quickly just go through that. So Spurs won Fulham 2. Let's move on. And on Sunday, there were 5 games on Sunday. So Mr. Timpson's Man United, a very good result at Crystal Palace, beating them 2-1. Aston Villa heaps more misery on Wolves by beating them 1-0. So Wolves currently sitting bottom on 2 points. So it's not looking great, is it, for Wolves? Nottingham Forest, they lost at home to Brighton 2-0. There was also an away win for George's Liverpool.
Yes!
So eventually they seem to have got over their rut, and they have beat West Ham at the London Stadium. Isak finally scored his first goal for the club, or first league goal, was it? First league goal for the club. They won 2-0 at the London Stadium. And then in probably the standout game of the weekend on paper, Chelsea and Arsenal played out a 1-1 draw.
Arsenal finally didn't win.
Yeah. I know, and Chelsea were down to 10 men for a long time of that game, weren't they, with the sending off of Moises Caicedo. So, where do we start? Well, we're going to have to talk a little bit about Spurs, aren't we?
Unfortunately for you two, we will start with Spurs.
Yeah, we'll start with Spurs, but an absolutely terrible result, a terrible performance.
I don't even know what happened.
No. I went to the game and being 2-0 down after 6 minutes wasn't great at all, especially with a big error from Guillermo Vicario in the Spurs goal, which led to their second goal.
Well, to be fair, I was watching the game. I thought you did look a lot stronger second half.
Yeah, we did look a lot stronger second half, but the system was a bit lopsided.
It was only enough for one.
Yeah, the system was a bit lopsided where we didn't really have any attacking threat down the left-hand side. We're really missing lack of creativity at the moment. I know we've got some big injuries, but they're not going to come back anytime soon. So it's not looking good at all. And as we'll go on to preview some midweek. We've got a full programme of midweek fixtures this week in the Premier League, and Spurs travel to Newcastle tonight.
Ooh.
So it's not looking like it's going to be a positive outcome, should we say. So let's move on from that, because the listeners don't want to listen to me being depressed about Spurs today.
No.
Go on then, George. Let's go on a happier note for you. So we've got Liverpool winning 2-0 at West Ham. So talk us through it.
I think we looked quite strong that game. definitely going to say this now. I think Wirtz looked a bit better than usual.
So why does he look different now than he did before? Is it where he's playing?
Yeah,
or?
I don't think before he wasn't really doing a lot. Like everyone says, oh, he hasn't got a goal, he hasn't got an assist. I don't think we've bought him for goals or assists. We've bought him to start counter-attacks so he can produce goals and assists for other players in the team. So I don't think it's fair to put the entire blame on a player like Wirtz, who's just come in and overall I think he's doing his job quite well. Not the best, but I think West Ham, he definitely played really well.
Yeah, he came off the left a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he played a little bit wider. He came off the left, and that seemed to have suited him quite well. And then obviously Isak scored his first goal. First league goal.
His first actual goal, I think, was a header against Southampton in the League Cup.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, in the next round, we lost to Crystal Palace.
Exactly, yeah. So not too great.
It's the third time we've lost to Palace this season.
I know. It seems to be a bit of a bogey team for Liverpool now, don't they?
Very.
But positive signs for Liverpool, do you think?
Positive signs.
Clean sheet. Obviously important with the amount of sort of discussion there is about the back four.
Yep, I'm feeling quite confident tomorrow when we play Sunderland at home. I think we could get a result there. I don't think we'll win, but I think we could get at least a draw. Yeah, and it seems like Liverpool are sort of working themselves out. But I think the big news is they left one of the main players on the bench, didn't they? Mo Salah.
So did he come on in the end or not?
No, Ekitike came on.
So he didn't even come on the pitch?
No.
So that's unheard of, isn't it, really?
No, it's not. It is unheard of.
It is, yeah.
I was about to say something completely different, but
yeah.
I think with that, I think I heard one of the commentators say he's not really going to start at West Ham very much after what happened with him and Jurgen Klopp a few years ago.
Right, okay.
Even though Jurgen Klopp isn't at the club anymore, he didn't start that game against West Ham, and I think they're going to try and stop him starting against West Ham quite a bit because of that one incident to prevent anything similar from happening in the future.
Okay, that makes sense, doesn't it? That makes sense. And what about the Chelsea-Arsenal game then? So it was first versus second at the time, wasn't it?
Arsenal finally did it win.
So it gives a little bit of hope. I think their lead's been cut down to 5 points now, hasn't it? Let's have a look.
I'm heaving a massive sigh of relief there.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so Arsenal are on 30 points from 13 games. Manchester City are second on 25 points, so they're 5 points behind Arsenal. And then Chelsea third on 24 points. Aston Villa fourth, 24 points. And then Brighton are in fifth, Sunderland in the sixth, both on 22 points. So.
And then we're all the way down in eighth.
But if you look at the league, so from if you think about the top four, so there's 6 points that covers fourth to 14th.
Ooh.
So, a couple of good results and you can really fly up, or as Spurs are finding out at the moment, could fly down. But it looks like there's a little bit of a gap appearing between the bottom five as well. So you've got Forest that are 16th on 12 points, and then you go up to the next place with Fulham, and they're 5 points in front, so 17. So those 5 teams at the bottom really can't afford to fall adrift of anyone else, really, can they?
Can't afford to really lose any more games.
Yeah, and I think it looks like it could be a shootout between those 5 teams as to who takes the 3 places.
Who does Arsenal play next?
Arsenal play next. Well, there's a full programme of midweek games, and that starts tonight. So Bournemouth go to Everton, Fulham host Man City, Spurs go to Newcastle.
That'll be a big game.
That'll be a big game. It might be one of them ones. I'm going to watch it on the TV tonight, so it might be one of them ones where you watch it through your fingers because you have to keep putting your hands over your face all the time.
Yeah, I've had those.
And then tomorrow we've got Arsenal versus Brentford. Oh. So you would think Arsenal would get the 3 points
Arsenal
there.
will probably, unfortunately, win another game.
Yeah. Brighton at home to Aston Villa. Burnley at home to Crystal Palace. Wolves are at home to Nottingham Forest, so a big game in those bottom 5. Leeds at home to Chelsea. Liverpool at home to Sunderland.
I reckon that'll be a hard game for us. Even though Sunderland newly promoted, they're doing really well. I think that could be a hard game.
There will be. I think they've got a good team spirit there, I think.
And on Thursday, Mr. Timpson's Man United are at home to West Ham.
Yeah, so again, another big game there. So we've got a full programme over the next 3 days. So it'll be good viewing and good watching, won't it?
Very.
So that's sort of our Premier League roundup. Let's go to St Albans.
Yes!
So George's St Albans corner. Go for it, George.
I finally won 2 games in 1 week.
So who did they play on Saturday?
On Saturday, we absolutely smashed Chatham Town off the face of this planet. 4-1, scored directly from a free kick. I will admit, sorry. At the start of the game, I did not think we were going to win that. But I didn't go to the game. I was keeping an eye on it on FootMob. But I just checked it about the half-time mark, thinking we were going to be losing. But it was 1-0, I think. It was either 1-0 or 1-1. I checked it quite at the end of the game. I think it was about 85th minute, and it said 2-1. But actually, it wasn't 2-1. It had been 4-1 for about 20 minutes, but my thing hadn't updated, so it still showed 2-1. So, yeah, a very well fought game in Chatham, and tonight we take the fight to Potter's Bar at home, which I'm going to be going to.
Okay, Potter's Bar, they're bottom, aren't they?
Bottom of the table. Good chance. These are games where we need to be getting the 3 points no matter what.
Yeah, I was having a look at the league table the other day, and I think it's really close in terms of top to bottom again. So I was having a look on, was it Saturday? Because I was refereeing in the Southern Premier I was a linesman in Southern Premier on Saturday at Berkhamsted. So I always take quite a keen interest in where they are. And if we look at the league now, so St Albans are currently sitting 11th spot on 25 points.
I'll pick that.
But it's the top 7, isn't it? Is it the top 7 that play off?
I think so.
So they're only 4 points off the playoffs. Because, 4 points off Cray Wanderers that are in 20th place. And there's still an awful long way to go because they're not even halfway through their games left. And they've got games in hand. So
we've got 3 games in hand. If we win every single one of those games, we go all the way up to 3rd.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, at the start of the season, it was a bit... It wasn't the greatest start, was it, in the world? But they've actually picked up a lot in the last few weeks.
We've picked up a lot of form.
And momentum is such a big thing in football, isn't it? When you go on a run and you win one game after another and after another and after another. And I just think that it's one of them things where St Albans, if they can get on a good run and good momentum, there's no reason why they can't push for playoffs. And you never know. Games come thick and fast over Christmas as well. And we'll have to see how they go, won't we? But
yeah, I think I definitely think that over Christmas is going to be one of our biggest periods of the season. Because if we can win a lot of games over Christmas, that could definitely push us up to a spot in the playoffs.
Absolutely. So it's all to play for, isn't it? And even though Luke isn't here, I am going to mention Boreham Wood, much to George's disgust.
I thought I was going to get some peace and quiet.
But we'll just mention it very quickly. So again, Boreham Wood, they've won. They won 2-1. Against Halifax, so it keeps them in the top 7 because I think everyone else won during that game. So again, during the weekend. So again, Boreham Wood riding high, and I'm pretty sure that Luke will give us the lowdown on that game and upcoming games
next week
when he's back next week. Okay, so Roman's here as our F1 expert, aren't you?
Yep.
So we talk about momentum, and we spoke about St Albans getting momentum, but actually, someone who has got a lot of momentum at the moment is Max Verstappen, isn't it?
Oh, we don't talk about Max Verstappen. So basically, they had a really bad car. He wasn't winning any races. He was going from 5th, maybe 10th. And then they've upgraded his car. He went all the way from last place, started in the pit lane to 2nd. I'm like, excuse me, isn't this like cheating?
What's going on?
And in the last race, where was the last race?
We've just got in Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar. I don't know what the McLarens were doing. There was an early safety car. Hulkenberg was out, collided with Ocon. And there was an early safety car. The two McLarens, they could have pitted Lando first, but they pitted both of them after the safety car. And that made Max Verstappen go fast. And from there on, they were going to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And now Max Verstappen is only 12 points away from Lando Norris. And if Lando Norris doesn't get 1st, 2nd and 3rd, he doesn't win the championship.
Wow, so it's going to be really tight, isn't it?
It's so tight.
They were saying, I listened to something and they said the reason why they didn't pit at that time. So for those of you who don't know, in Qatar, they had some special rules, didn't they, regarding the tyres?
Yeah.
So because of the wear, I think the wear and tear of the tyres in that certain place, I don't know if it's called due to the heat or anything, the tyres were only allowed to do a maximum of 25 laps, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it was a 57-lap race, and after lap 8, I
Yeah, it
think,
was 8. That's
there was
8,
the safety car came out, didn't it? So it allowed everyone to go in and pit and change their tyres.
McLaren's strategy does not work. They
Yeah.
need to do another strategy.
Yeah, and the McLaren drivers, so Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, were the only two that didn't pit, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I think that was because McLaren have said they didn't want to really favour one, or they didn't want to favour one driver over the other.
Yeah, car rules.
Yeah, and it meant that one they would have to queue, wouldn't they, in the pit lane, which ultimately would cost them track position.
We are so lucky that what's his name, Antonelli went ride and had some understeer, because if Lando didn't get those 12 points, Max Verstappen would have been 10 points away.
Yeah.
But just because he had some understeer.
Was that in the last lap?
Yeah, it was in the last lap.
Yeah, so
he had some understeer, and then Lando got past, slotted into 4. Yeah, fourth.
Yeah.
And got past and got him 12 points.
Yeah. So Lando Norris went from 4th to 3rd, didn't he? No.
3rd to
5th to 4th.
No, he qualified 2nd. No, he qualified 3rd. No, 2nd. He did qualify 2nd.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen took him on the first lap, and then he went down to 5th.
Yeah.
On the last lap, what's his name? Antonelli went wide. Norris went past, came 4th. So he qualified P2 and did P4.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, so it sounds like a really eventful race. So it's all down to Abu Dhabi.
I
doesn't
actually
it?
hate Abu Dhabi. It's so annoying. If someone does a Nicholas Latifi again, I'm gonna leave. I'm literally gonna crash out.
He's leaving the F1.
I'm leaving the F1 if someone does a Nicholas Latifi.
Yeah, there was an incident there 4 or 5 years ago. Was
Yeah,
it between
2021.
Yeah, with Hamilton and
Max
Max Verstappen.
Verstappen.
Do you want to explain what happened?
So it was nearly the last lap. Latifi decided to crash in the wall, and then bring out a safety car. Max Verstappen pitted for new tyres. Hamilton stayed out behind the safety car. Verstappen got out on his new tyres. It was the last lap. No, not second last lap. Everyone went in front of the safety car because it was just Max Verstappen and Hamilton. And the safety car went in. Hamilton was just trying to save, defending, and he had a little bit of understeer, and Verstappen just went down the inside.
Yeah.
And I was kind of supporting Max Verstappen because he hadn't won anything, and then he got too cocky, and then I stopped supporting him.
Yeah. I love the way you said he decided to crash into the wall.
He just went,
As if he did it deliberately. I'm just going to crash my car into a wall.
yeah, he just went. Oh,
That's
sorry,
a good
guys.
idea. Whoops,
Yeah.
now I need a new car.
Yeah, at 150 miles an hour.
He literally scraped the wall, and then he spun out, and he hit the other one, and he hit the other one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't red flag it. He's sticking out like this. Let's touch on God. They're sticking out like this. And the safety car nearly had to go on the wall, literally going around him such a diagonal angle.
Well, it's going to be exciting, isn't it? No matter I think what happens at the weekend. So, obviously, Lando Norris being from the UK,
We need him to win that.
we'd like him to win it, I think.
This will be his first ever championship.
Yeah, his first ever championship as well. But I don't know. I just don't think you can write off Max Verstappen. I think Lando Norris needs to finish in the top 3, doesn't
No,
he?
he needs to finish. Yeah, he needs to finish P3, P2, P1.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter then, does it? Yeah.
But if Max comes P1, it doesn't matter. He wins. But if he comes P2, he doesn't win it.
Okay.
And the table, the top 3. So Piastri, Norris, Verstappen, Piastri is so close.
It's really close. So yeah, it's a really exciting end to the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm sure Roman will give us an update about what happens next week if you don't get a chance to see it.
I might be celebrating. I might be sad. You never know.
Let's hope he's celebrating.
Let's hope he's celebrating, yeah. So one of the other big things, the second test starts this week between England and Australia. So that gets underway on Thursday. So in the early hours of Thursday morning. So hopefully by the time we record next Tuesday, with the test, the 5 days will be finished. So hopefully I'll be able to give you some positive news, and hopefully we've got back to 1-1 in the 5-match series. So there's been one change made to the team, which is quite surprising, really. So
Yeah, I had that on the news.
I saw that on
so
Sky Sports News this morning, isn't it? is his name Will Jacks?
Yeah, Will Jacks has come in. Yeah, Will Jacks has come in for Mark Wood. So Mark Wood was suffering from a bit of an injury, and I thought that Josh Chung would come in, who's a fast bowler, but he hasn't. He's gone for Will Jacks, who can bat a little bit, and he bowls. He's a slow bowler. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen, and it's a day-night test, and they use a pink ball, so it's all completely different. So hopefully it will last longer than the 2 days that it's currently lasted.
Let's hope.
Let's hope so, and
Come on,
hopefully,
England.
and hopefully England get a positive result. Well, we've nearly come to the time of our, or the end of our time, and Mr. King hasn't arrived. So maybe we'll have to rebook Mr. King for next time. What do you think, boys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to book. I think we'll have to book him again next week. He hasn't arrived at the door yet, so we'll find out what's happened to him and what's kept him away. I'm sure it's not shyness, is it, boys?
No.
It's not.
Probably a student.
It may be. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, we've come to the end of our time. So hope you've enjoyed listening. And do you know what I think would be good, boys? I reckon we should ask the listeners to send in some questions. What do you think?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so we'll do like a Q&A at the end. So if any of the listeners out there, if you've got any questions that you want to fire at me or Roman or George or Luke, send in your questions and we'll answer them. Obviously, it's got to be sport related, hasn't it, boys?
Yeah.
So it's got to be sport related, and we'll discuss them on the podcast, and hopefully we'll answer your questions, because we have got a wealth of knowledge in here, haven't we, boys?
Yeah.
No asking what happened when we went to Burton, okay?
No questions about Burton or the mascot. About Burton and mascot. But anyway, that is the end of our time today. So thank you, George,
That's all right.
and thank you, Roman,
It's alright.
and maybe Mr. King might appear, probably in the corridor downstairs. And but that's it for this week, and I hope you enjoyed the midweek fixtures and the Grand Prix and the cricket or whatever else you're doing.
It's going to be a big week for sport.
It's a massive week for sport.
Humongous.
Massive week for sport. So so take care, and we hopefully you've enjoyed listening, and we'll see you next week for our next episode.
Bye.
Bye.